Hey, 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 everyone. It's me, Tamara Brown. Who am I? I am an author, blogger, website designer, as well as a publishing consultant and the host of Blah Diaries, turning your mess into a masterpiece. So, this week has all been about turning your breakdown, your breakthrough, and your glow up. So, everyone who knows me, I love this song by Mary J. Blige, but really is a life anthem because a lot of times we don't think that we can glow up, right? And that, we then broke down, we then lost some things, we then lost some people, and through that process, we have a breakthrough, right? So we begin to discover ourselves, we begin to like ourselves, we begin to change the things that were shattering us, and then it's time to glow up. And then right when you're ready to glow up, fear holds you back, right? So I'm telling you my story, hoping in the process of telling you my story, I can help somebody, right? Because, right, I'm at the stage of wanting to glow up, right? I done broke down. I don't know what it's like to be a hot ass mess. I know about that, right? I'm a mess, all right? I was a mess. But now I'm in the breakthrough, right? And I know all about the breakthrough. I know about, I shouldn't do that. Tamara, don't mess with that person. They messy. Because if they messy, then you going to be messy, right? You can't do that. But now it's the glow up. And I made it seem like in my last podcast that it's easy to get into that glow up. It's easy to love and like yourself, and it just happens. And because you've been through these stages in your life. But the glow up is, okay, now that I'm here, now that things are looking good, and now that they're calling my name, how do I handle that? So my prayer is to God every day that I remain humble, right? That I stay Tamara. But sometimes when you're humble, you also push yourself to the back burner. And let me explain. That means that you humble yourself so much that you don't applaud yourself. And if you talk too much about yourself, you I kind of pull back. And I do it a lot. I noticed it the other day. Somebody was like, he was a friend of mine. He said last night on the phone, well, you always talking about yourself. And immediately it said, Tamara, when you talk to him again tonight, don't say nothing about yourself. Because, see, in the process of glowing up, you think that your confidence is cocky. You think that your confidence is conceited. And so, because I've had these titles placed on me, and I allow people, and I'll talk about that, define who I am as an author, as a mother, as a blogger, as whatever I'm doing. I've let everybody have the definition of Tamara, but I haven't learned how to define myself. So it scares me. It scares me, right? It scares me to glow up. So whenever somebody asks me to do something outside of what is normal and what is the definition of Tamara, I immediately go into anxiety mode and attack because I'm like, oh my God, they want me to be here, but somebody said I really should stay right here. How many of you have ever had that experience? And you don't have to, please, join in the chat to say that. But we've all been in that situation of fear, right? And that fear can paralyze you in your glow up. So like you don't work out as much because somebody said, well, if you lose all the weight, then you ain't going to look the same. Well, that was the purpose of me working out, right? So I remember working out and I was like eating right and I was drinking lots of water and still do. I'm drinking a lot of water now. Somebody was like, if you lose all that weight, girl, you going to look like a crackhead. That paralyzed me because I have family members who have been crack addicts. So I don't ever want to have that definition. So you pick up that, well, I don't want to look like a crackhead, so let me eat that ho-ho. Right? It happens because people tell you what you're in your process of glowing up. in your process of glowing up, you still have some insecurities that dangle around, and they say, listen, you better not talk this way, because if you talk confidently about what you know in business, what you know about being an author, how to self-publish, somebody's going to say you think you're better than everybody, and you just ask God to humble you and to never ever think that you're better than somebody. And now when you hang around certain people because you know that they talked about you and then it says some stuff about you, you don't say anything anymore. I've learned to, when I go to meetings and I go to different things in different places, I mentally tell myself, do not tell people what you think is right, because then when you leave, they're going to say, she thinks she know everything. It's not about knowing everything, because if I'm trying to help you grow and glow up, then why is it all about me or anyone else for that matter? Why do I have to hold myself back because I'm trying to help your business, your organization, or whatever the case may be? And I found myself holding back on a few occasions because of things that have come back to me. It has come back to me that, I'm being conceited, or, well, it's all about you. It's not all about me. Most of the time, I'm building on somebody else's brand and their business and what they're going to do in life. And people will immediately take it as, she thinks she's better than me. And it's not. This is what I've learned, that in your process of glowing up, that sometimes you're still carrying on the definition of what people have said about you and thought about you, and it lingers whenever you're trying to do something positive in your life. When you're trying to step outside of your comfort zone, those words play like an old 8-track. It just keeps repeating itself and letting you know, listen, you don't have permission to glow up, because their words, and even when and for me, I'm just speaking about me right now, when you're in certain situations and in places with people, you just learn to shut down and put yourself in the corner. And I was doing that a lot lately. Like, I just be like, I want to say something so bad. I see what's wrong. But if I say something, then they're going to give me that title of thinking I know everything or thinking I'm too smart. So I have to learn to hush my mouth, right? Because in the glow up, you don't want to seem like the Miss Know-It-All. So I'm pulling myself back because I see what I've been through. Like, literally, sometimes I'll be looking at certain things and I want to tell people so bad that that's not the right way to go. And people say, let them bump their head. But why in the heavens and earth would you want your friends or your family members to bump their head and destroy themselves? That makes absolutely no sense to me. If I can catch you, now here's the thing. If I throw out the answer, it's up to you to utilize it, right? But people want you to stop saying what you say because they think that you're smarter than them. Here's the reality. There's always going to be somebody smarter than you. There's somebody who's smarter than me, and I'm learning every day, and I'm not in fear of learning. But we as a people have this thing of, especially when you come down from a breakdown and a breakthrough, we start to limit ourselves a little bit because we're scared. If I hit the wrong nerve, then I'm gonna lose people again. Cause see, in the breakdown, I was a hot ass mess. Right? I broke down. I lost things. I lost people, and people don't see me the same way as they used to. So you start to pause yourself. You start to say, I'm not going to say what I used to say anymore, because if I say that, they're going to say something. They're going to think that I'm trying to tell them what to do. And I'm not telling you what to do. I'm trying to advise you, because thank you, Latoya. They think that you're going to pause and you're going to try to, you pause yourself, because I do it all the time. But what I've learned is that in the process of glowing up through your breakdown and your breakthrough, you got to understand that you are made to be confident. And if those people really, really love you and they really, really care about you, they will allow you to share your happiness. People will shut you up and shut you down and remind you about your past because they're afraid that you're gonna glow up too much. People will tear you apart and remind you of how unworthy you are because they don't want you to glow up. They don't want you to be bigger or better than them, and they want you to conform into the behavior that they used to you being in. They used to you thinking negative. They used to you being in all kinds of drama. They used to you tearing yourself down. They used to you drinking and drugging and doing whatever you're doing and overeating. Because then, if you really, really glow up, then you outshine them. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being real. People are afraid. Because here's the thing. Even in your hot ass mess, they knew that you were going to glow up. Even in your hot ass mess, they could see your potential. They could see the promises of your life. They could see that you were destined to be great. So what are they going to do? They're going to tear you down. They're going to be like, girl, I like the old you. They like the old you because you're not better than them. See, when people are afraid of you doing better, and that's friends, family, and children. I'm going to say that again. That's friends, family, and children. And that's aunties, that's uncles, that's mamas, that's daddies. Sometimes people are so afraid of you doing what is destined for you to do, they will stop you in your heart and attract and say, well, why you want to move to California? You ain't do good in Buffalo. You ain't do good in North Carolina. You didn't do good here. Well, maybe that was my destiny from the beginning. So who gave you permission to tell me why I can't do it? Because again, when people want to limit you, they will say some harsh things. They will bring up your dirty drawers. They will bring up when your breath stank and when your asshole stank, when you didn't wash yourself well. They will bring up when you was 450 pounds. And even though you didn't lost those 100 pounds and you trying to lose another 100, girl, you going to look like a crackhead. See, when you are around good people, they're going to keep encouraging you and they're going to show you how, here's my favorite one. Girl, you're going to have that extra flab of fat. When you do lose all the weight, you're going to have that excess skin. See, they don't tell you the positives because they want you to remind you of every bit of what's negative because they don't want you to glow up. And sometimes, I'm going to be real with y'all, we listen to the negative because we don't want to glow up. Because we don't want to lose some people. We don't want to lose any more friends because in our breakdown, we had to leave some things alone, and we had to lose some bad habits, and we had to lose some bad people, and we had to lose some things that were shattering us, and we're holding on to it. Real talk. We holding on to it. We 45 years old holding on to some things. So I'm saying this to you guys because I've been there and I've done that. Not because I can tell y'all everything that I have messed up on. But what I will tell you is that this is your time in the process. You've been through the mess, right? You didn't broke down. You didn't cry in front of some people. You have lost everything that you thought was good for you. And even some things a lot of things that were bad for you. So in your breakthrough, you start to see things differently. You start to see your life differently. You're listening to things differently. And good people are coming into your life. But there's still that small village of bad thoughts, bad people, and we holding on and saying, God, if I hold on to those people, they're going to see my glow up. But see, here's the thing, and I've learned this the hard way. It's not for them to see your glow up. It's not for anybody to understand your process. Stop trying to teach people your process because sometimes it's not for them. They ain't even ready for you to see where you're going. Only person that should understand that glow up is you. That's it. So in the process of your glow up, the people that you used to chill with, gonna have some stuff to say about you. The people that are doing the same thing, and you just pay attention now. Pay attention. Those same people doing the same stuff. They're gonna hate on you because now you're not the same. But then we got to check ourselves because those people, yes, they got stuff to say. Are you afraid? You get offered to go to a book signing and they want to fly you out. And then you say, no, I can't go because my kids, my family, my friends, and daddy need me and mommy need me. And oh, I got to go take the dog out. You're stopping yourself from your glow up. You're stopping yourself from what was being gifted to you because you're afraid. Another one is, I don't have no money. All right. See, here's the thing about YouTube University and free Facebook and free Twitter. Why it's free, and Instagram. You could build you a brand with dollars, with pennies. Sometimes you got to take back them bottles. Sometimes you got to do some things. I would never tell nobody to do anything strange for some change, but sometimes, listen, I could rewrite that press release for you for a hot $25. That's not good. You understand what I'm saying? Because everybody has talents. And sometimes, again, we let things limit us because we don't have enough money. And this is the last thing, and this is important. Stop putting your goals, your dreams, and your aspirations last. And I'm telling you that I got chewed out by my mentor. He was looking at my social media, and I have a mail for a mentor, and he was like, listen, you're not sharing. Where's your stuff? Where's your books? Where's your blogs? I'm like, and then I said, well, people, sell thyself shamelessly. Push your brand. You can push those, but I better see at least 3 to 5 posts about yourself. Because again, in the glow up, you become scared. If I become bigger, then I'm going to have to leave some folks behind. I may have to leave my family behind. I may have to leave my children behind because they're not real. Because your children sometimes don't want you to go because they think that you're going to leave them behind. And don't think that's personal. It's just a fear. And then you think you're going to leave them behind. And what are they going to do without me? And some of them 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 years old. And you'll have all of these blessings knocking on your door because you're talented enough and you're good enough and you're smart enough. And you were destined to be a millionaire. You were destined to be a best-selling author. You were destined to have everything that God and whomever you believe in your higher power to have. So why are you stopping your glow? Why are you dulling your shine? Because you're afraid. And I'm saying that because I've been afraid. Well, if I go here, then somebody, and if I do this, they're going to say whatever they want to say. They're going to think whatever they want to think. They're going to still judge you. But as long as you are moving forward, the denarios will come. That's money. Your coins will still be jingling on your Cash App. Life will change when you decide to become the person that you deserve to be. And I say that to you wholeheartedly. Stop settling for what is less of you. Because you are afraid, because of what people think of you, and that your glow up is shining a little bit brighter than someone. Just go ahead and shine. They ain't gotta like it. And if somebody tells you you're talking about yourself too much, you have to check yourself because there's truth. But then ask that person, because I'm going to tell you what I asked that person. Don't I ask you about yourself? What you do today? How have you elevated your mind, your spirit, and your soul? And if they can't answer that question, then they're a little bit upset because you had no choice but to talk about yourself because they can't tell you nothing about them. Understand who you are. So guys, I want to thank you so much for listening today. And thank you for tuning in to Blah Diaries, Broke, Lonely, Angry, and Horny, turning your mess into a masterpiece. Okay, so there's a couple of events going on for June. June 22nd to the 24th is Creative Expressions Literary Services. It is an amazing virtual mixer. And what we will be doing is having an actual mixer for authors, aspiring authors, and literary services. So what we allow you to do is post. And it's just like an actual book fair. People come and visit. They come and they look at your books and they have the opportunity to buy your books and services. This is hosted by LaToya Murchison. She is an amazing host. She has been doing this, I believe, for over 4 years. Great service to authors. Take the opportunity to join. A couple of other things are happening in June. I am giving my book away, Love Has No Waist Size, for free on Amazon. It is already a bestseller as of today. It made all the way to number 6 and best-selling on the free book list, which is exciting. People are actually reading the book, so that is the purpose of why I'm doing it. Another big event that is happening here in Western New York, in Buffalo, my hometown, September 22nd, is another local author meetup. Amazing, amazing event. It's going to be $10, and it is hosted by L&W Enterprises, Mercedes E. Wilson Merce Enterprises, as well as Sweet Buffalo. And what they've come together to do is pull an authors event, but to actually feed authors and aspiring authors the opportunity to learn how to handle this business, because this is a tough business, right? Being an author, right? And you have to understand how to self-publish. You have to understand how to market and how to build your brand. And so I have the honor of teaching that workshop. This is going to give us the opportunity to teach the opportunity to teach what I've learned from teach you some of my mistakes, and plus we'll have a question and answer period. And I hope to see so many authors there. So if you're an aspiring author or a local author in the Western New York area, we would love to have you. Again, that is called the Western New York Author Meetup, and it's happening on September 22nd. It will be at the Hyatt Place, Buffalo. I would love to see you there. Mercedes would love to see you there, as well as the major host, Latoya. So, guys, join in. You can go on Facebook and you'll see us. You'll see it's in Eventbrite, and it's $10. So let me say that it's $10 for authors to win. It's $75, and if you want to join into the workshop, it is $25 in total. So again, guys, thank you so much for listening. Follow me on Facebook at Tam Loves to Write. Also follow me on Instagram, Tam Loves to Write 39, and Twitter, Tam Loves to Write 39. Let's stay connected. Also have a new blog, so you can go on Medium. You can also hear me on Anchor as well. So I'm all over the place, working. But guys, I want to encourage you today. Don't stop your glow up. Don't stop your shine. No matter what is going on in your life, in the process, you already handled the breakdown. You've already seen the breakthrough. Right now, you're at your glow up. Don't cease it by conversations that you tell yourself and conversations that you hear from other people. Stay inspired. One love. Have a great night. Bye-bye.